Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 4 preview between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Colts.
I'm a big fan of the Colts passing game. I think it shows great efficiency. Now, if the running game can get up to speed and catch up to where the passing game is, they'll really be dangerous moving forward. Look for more of an increased role versus the Jaguars for Trent Richardson, as there could be some success running off tackle this week. Now, defensively, I love the way they're playing up front. They're definitely freeing up those opportunities for those outside linebackers to get to the quarterback. And this week versus the Jaguars, look for defensive coordinator Greg Minuski to be much more aggressive versus a struggling Jags offense. Now let's move over to the Jags in this ball game and offensive creativity. I talked about this last week, but I really believe you have to find ways to create opportunities for your offense to be successful. Obviously, execution is a big part of it, but you can't be beat before the snap either. Now, defensively, the Jags do show some good things in spurts. Consistency will be the key, and also defensively, I feel as though they match up very well versus the Colts, and they'll give these guys problems, and they'll be able to get off the field as well. However, the biggest question is, can they keep these guys out of the end zone once they get inside the 20?
The Jacksonville Jaguars have a very tough defense, and in order for the Colts to win this ball game, they're going to have to move the chains on third down. This is a play that's very effective on third and short, third and medium that I really love, and it also takes advantage of Andrew Luck's athleticism, getting him on the move. We didn't draw up a defense. We're just going to show you the play concept and what is trying to accomplish. So what we're going to do, we're going to fake the handoff here, and we're going to send this guy in motion across the formation. And he's Andrew Luck's first read because he's running this quick out, because now we're sprinting out Andrew Luck because we have the tight end working up in 13 to 15 yards up the field, break to the out. This is your second read. This is your first read. We have the clear out route with the wide receiver, take off route, having him clear out the cornerback to create the space for the 1 and the 2. And we also have the backside crosser at 8 yards. And this is your third read. So now Andrew Luck's athleticism takes him on a short little sprint out or waggle. He can dump it off quickly to the tight end, hit the other tight end deep down the field, or hit Reggie Wayne on the crosser, or push come to shove, he's attacking line of scrimmage and take it up the field. So now you see how they can continue to move the chains on third downs versus a team like Jacksonville that's very aggressive with those wide receivers, which is why that clear out route, that takeoff route, will essentially open up passing lanes for the 1 and the 2. And if they can do that, they can move the chains and ultimately have success versus the Jags defense. Like I've said before, I love the Jags defense. I think they're very aggressive and they're very underrated. Now, what they can do this week versus the Indianapolis Colts is create pressure up front by stunting the 2 defensive tackles. I'm going to show you how they can get that done. You see right here, we tilted the tackle on this side, giving the illusion that he's going to attack this gap up here, but that's not the case. What we're going to do, we're going to loop him around in the C gap, number 1, because we're bringing this tackle across the face of the center, attacking that A gap. We're also going to bring the defensive end slanting inside. So we're creating confusion up front between the center, the guard, and the strong side tackle. And we're also going to have the defensive ends rushing upfield. We have the backer here dropping back in his hook to curl zone, because we're in the strong sky coverage. We have the strong safety in the hole, and it's cover 3. So everyone has their deep third right here, 1, 2, 3. Cloud coverage, sky coverage, I'm sorry. And we're going to have the safety drop back into curl out responsibilities. This is hook to curl. Backer drops the hook to curl. Curl out by this backer, so you have everything covered. So you see where we can create an illusion up front. Again, the tilted nose give the illusion that he's going to attack this A gap, possibly influencing the center and the guard to make a call to confuse these guys. Then he loops around, thus creating pressure up front. You just want to create the illusion up front. You're still well protected on the back end in your cover 3 coverage, and you also have your strong safety right there in the hole in case he wants to get that football out quickly to the tight end. So I think if the Jaguars go stunting up front, they can create pressure on the Indianapolis Colts, create confusion, and thus be able to get off the field on third downs.
The X factor in this ball game for the Colts will be their running game. Like we said before, they're going to try to achieve balance with this offense, and if they can get that ground game going, look out for the Colts moving forward throughout the course of this season. The X factor for the Jaguars in this ball game will be their pass rush. Can they get to Andrew Luck and put him on the ground? The Colts offensive line does show some leakage, and if they can get to Andrew Luck, it bodes well for the Jags' chances to win this ball game at home. Now, here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. Now, I just knocked the offensive line just slightly, but they do need an encore performance. They did a great job last week versus San Francisco, both running the football as well as in pass protection. And also, the first down defense will be key against the Jaguars, who's struggling on offense. You want to keep these guys in second and long and third and long situations. And the Colts' defensive line versus the interior offensive line of the Jaguars will be the matchup that the Colts have to win in order to be successful on defense. Now, for the Jags in this ballgame, I look at the offensive coordinator Jed Fish's play calling. He has to do a better job this week of getting these guys in position to be successful. If they can do that, the Jags can definitely move the football versus Indy. Now, the defensive line must play with their eyes a lot better. They're overly aggressive. They'll get in the backfield, but they'll lose sight of the football, and that's what causes them to get gashed for big plays. And you have to get Blaine Gabbert in a groove early in this matchup if you want to be successful. He's going to be returning from injury, so getting him in a groove early is key to team success. I like the Colts in this ballgame. I like where they are defensively. Very solid up front. It opens up opportunities for their outside edge rushers. And on offense, they're very efficient throwing the football, and they'll be able to move the football versus the Jags. Now, the Jaguars will be game because of their defense and their special teams. And if they can run the football and shrink this ball game, they can pull off the upset. But I think right now, with the way the Colts are playing offensively, they will put up enough points to come away victorious in Jacksonville. And also want to give a huge shout out to Colt fan forums and Jag fan forums for always showing football game plan support.